Dave, take over for 10 seconds, please. We are on the open channel. I have to change that. I'm very, very sorry.
Guten Abend, OBC members and anybody else that's watching. Yeah, how are you guys doing? You good? Is everybody all right? It's good to see you. Guten Abend, Novice Nick. Yeah, I hope you guys are all good. It's been, I've got to say, hi JG, how are you doing? The weather in the UK suddenly got really good. It's like summer has come a bit late. Like today, it's got up to 28 degrees and it's beautiful. Oh, look, there's loads of people coming. Hi, David. Hi, Soul Disco. Hi, Boring Vinyl. And Andy as well. And Rawhead Jim.
I'm back. We are closed. We are amongst us now. Sorry. That happens so often. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
But I heard you. Yeah, summer is coming back. Same here.
I think I think from today, it looks like this week we're going to hit 30 degrees in the UK. It's like the summer is being pushed. July and August were terrible. Yeah, but now we hit September and suddenly it looks like the summer's coming late. They call it an Indian summer.
And yeah, we call it Altweiber, old wives summer. And it's for 14 days at least.
Wow. Wow. Oh, that's
so really hello. Oh, a lot of people already. Yeah, sorry. But you said hello to everybody, Dave. I know you, right? You're one of
everybody coming in. I've had Michael, I'll get into it, but we got quite an exciting live stream to go because I've been very busy this weekend finding some really, really nice records, which will, this is going to be a real bumper show of showing things. Yeah. So
cool.
Be prepared. Yeah. Because even for me, it raised an eyebrow when I saw this stuff. For me, then you wait and see what I have to show. Okay.
That's great. I know. I just know the same now because you told me, oh, today will be great. I got, but you didn't know what we see, and this is of course exciting for me. But before we start, Dave, let's get a heads up for the members. We worked a bit at the back end, and so that we can upload easier and autonom in a way. Because from next week on, Dave has a huge batch. I think you're way over 30 records, right?
It'll be nearer 50 by the time. Well, yeah, I reckon we'll be looking at 50.
Okay, cool. That's great. And Thomas Busk from Denmark, from probably Tuesday on, he will also put up records on a daily basis. So this is, of course, a huge step up for the OBC. And yeah, look in the shop on a daily basis. Maybe there is something for you. Probably there is, because I think we are going through all genres now, right? There is not one genre where I say, oh no, we don't do
everything's covered. Well, we're getting to that point now. It's nice that it's filling out a bit now, and certainly with the stuff that's going to be coming up, I think it's going to become really quite a special place to be able to source high quality OGs for people. Yeah.
Even me, I have 30 records in the box for the OBC, but I don't know if I can do it the upcoming week, but I will upload them eventually. But hey, Dave covers it, Thomas covers it, so enough records. You're not relying on my copies for now yet. But they also will come. Some beautiful, let's say, German pressings.
I've got one German pressing to show this evening, actually.
Okay, cool.
Look, German pressing made for the UK market. So anyway, you have to wait and see, Michael, what that is. But
we all have to wait and see.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll give a bit of perspective first about where this stuff came from before I show it, because
that's great.
But provenance is, I talk about this a lot, but provenance is everything with records, and it's good to know where, just sort of a bit of background, and then it gives you a bit of an idea of what you're going to be looking at. Yeah. So.
You mean by provenance, you mean who was the guy who owns it before, or what?
Yeah, just a bit, just to know that it's what the situation was before, and it's records that have maybe not passed through a lot of people's hands. you know, and which is JG, you're quite close. Well, you're right in one regard, although the record I was talking about is not. But I have a couple to show as well by Kraftwerk.
Yeah, but for me are coming some Kraftwerks.
Yeah.
I thought that was for me the question. Sorry. Because everybody thinks when I put up records, they will be Kraftwerk, but in this case, it will be correct.
Yeah, but what's really crazy is the amount of island records I'm going to be showing.
Ah, cool. Yeah, those are amazing usually.
Yeah.
Tell us about the provenance, Dave.
Oh well, look. So I've been this weekend. I've been going out a lot to see people, and particularly today, this morning, I spent an awful lot of money actually on a batch of records which belonged to an 82-year-old gentleman who was a big buyer of 70s progressive music.
Nice.
And what's remarkable with them is the condition, you know, the sleeves, the discs themselves. He played them maybe once or twice, sleeve them, and then put them away.
Cool.
And you'll see when I show them, you'll see, oh right, okay, the condition is beautiful. Yeah, and that's what you always look for, you know, when you see, and then you start going through and you go, oh look, they're all like this. So I basically went, okay, these.
Okay, you could do that because this is, of course, for someone who buys a collection, a very, very good situation. If you can say, okay, I take this one, I take this one, those two, and this one, because quite often, and that seems to be a problem every now and then, they say, no. You're not picking the cherries. Buy them all, or none.
It's better to, particularly when you see that the overall condition of them is consistent. They're not different. So you know that it's the same. So you might as well just sort of go, right, all right, here we go. Might as well get all of these. So yeah, so I picked up an awful lot, and they're maybe about 15 island LPs or so. You know, the good thing is this is very similar to last week, maybe, where I'm gonna, you know, this is only the second. I bought them all, and I've not looked at. I've just got them ready to show. So I'm going to show them. We're going to look at them together. So it's a bit of a discovery thing as well.
But then let's look back briefly for after that. The records you showed, they have been as you hoped, or is there?
Yeah, most of them have actually, Michael. It was good because again, just on the first inspection, you know, I'm critical when I buy them. I'm not just sort of going and without doing that. So generally, and a lot of those are actually all ready to roll this week. They're all ready to go, and this will be another batch which will go on. This will be more on top. So there's going to be, this week's going to be a real bumper week, I think, for the So the stuff that I showed last week, which you saw a lot of, you'll see, and then this is all new, which I'll go through over the next couple of days. But to be honest with you, just looking at them, I'm like, these don't really need any, you know, they come how you want them to come, which is a wonderful thing, you know. So yeah. So shall I get started? Yeah, I'll get started. I'm starting off really light. Yeah, this is really easy. Yeah, so you know, it's something that I know it's quite popular, but look, it's just a Queen album. Yeah, A Night at the Opera, and this came.
Let me address. This is a very important question.
Well, go on.
Thank you, JG. How is the catching up with the pending orders? This is a very important question because I need 2 sentences. August. I expected August to be the quietest and calmest month of the week, of the year. It was the opposite. It was the best and most busy month the shop had. It was a total surprise, of course, due to those 2 UHQRs that came out. Plus, Hartmut got injured. Plus, Hartmut had a little holiday. I know this is unacceptable, but
Michael, Germans are allowed holidays. Get this in your head, yeah? It's not.
No, I'm kidding here. So it was such a well.
You don't have to sort of take 2 days holiday and then go. That's it for the year. Yeah.
So we are really behind. I'm aware of that, but I promise you, we will be up to date at the end of the upcoming week. So sorry, but that was really important. Thank you, Jay.
It's very important. Yeah, it is important there. Everything we caught up nicely. So that's good. So I wanted to start off on a very, very sort of easy note. So it's just an original embossed jacket Queen Night at the Opera gatefold, right? In really, really clean condition.
I have this OG also, and it's a wonderful record. It's a wonderful.
No, it's fairly, it's a fairly easy record to get in general, but to get a nice copy, it's got the correct.
But again, Jay, Dave, the
conditions, everything. It's got the 3-corner cut, die cut inner, and as you can see, that's nice. But importantly, and this is importantly, it's got the etched blares on the record. So in the run out there, you can probably see, if I get somewhere around here, we'll see the little blares etching, which is what you're looking for with one of these, because the Blair cut is obviously the best, So I think it's just there. Actually, you can just see it there where the light is. This says Blair's.
It's difficult. Depends also on the resolution.
Yeah. It's done on it's etched on both sides, and hey, it's a very very easy start to what I'm showing, because it's going to get a little bit more hardcore after this.
But this is
I'm pleased to see that Liam's turned up, because when I show all these Ireland records, he'll get quite excited, I think. So just quickly continue on. I've got another Queen, and this is one I did supply to an OBC member a couple of months back. But this is a very, very nice copy of Sheer Heart Attack. And again, it was an original one, which was in lovely condition. It's got the original die cut, again, paper in the sleeve this time. And, this is a record that I again, you see it quite often, but it tends to be very, very, the sleeve is always very bad, and the inners is, torn inners, that type of thing. But so it's quite nice to get one that's very clean. And it's got the correct, you can see there on the label, if I get that up there, you can see it's got all the correct information, the Trident Audio Productions there, and the logo. So again, it's like it's a correct first edition, this one. And as you can see, there's no marks on it at all. And this is a record that I see, but you tend to see it, and it's always got some marks on. So it's quite nice to find one that has been well looked after. And
are we already in this collection from the old gentleman?
This is right, here we go. So this is
can you please read the word after Ege Bamyasi, please? Can you read that? Turn it around.
Okraschotten.
Okraschotten. Not bad, Dave. Not bad. Not bad.
Now, you don't see this very often in the UK. This is a UK, I'm looking at this for the first. It's got a UK sleeve, right? It's got the original inner, which is quite nice. See?
Same as the German on the first.
Well, this is the thing. Now, Michael, I noticed. Now, this is what I was talking about. Look, it says manufactured in Germany.
Yeah.
In the label, but this was definitely done for the UK market. I think this is a I think the company was Sonos or someone like that. It was pressed in Germany, but specifically for the British market. But obviously a beautiful record, that, right?
Can you back to the jacket, Dave, please? Is it a laminated jacket?
It's laminated on both sides.
And has it? Usually the lamination is a huge problem, but I can see it has very few, but also it has, right, like the Germans on the spine, right?
Oh, you mean,
that's
always get a little bit.
Yeah, that's not much for the
laminate lift. Yeah, so it's where the air. I mean, this is something quite common. If I get close up, you can see that there.
Where it's not much. Usually you have it way worse with this record. It's difficult to find.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty respectable cover. as it goes. So, and you know, obviously, this is one of the classic Can albums, right?
Absolutely.
I take it you've got an original German copy of that, Michael.
Yeah,
of course.
and again, those big, let's call it, in a way, nowadays they are big. Those Krautrock records, the big ones like the Tagomago, Ege Bamyasi, Kraftwerk 1 und 2, Neu. They are so difficult nowadays to get in a good condition.
Well, you don't see, you know, in the UK these are very scarce. So as soon as I suddenly sort of come across one, immediately I take it, because just, you know, you don't find them.
See it by it.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Along with that, just keeping on that Krautrock theme, you know, obviously a little bit more common, but I did also get these. So I got one copy of Autobahn with the embossed cover on Vertigo. And this
one again.
Also Bilbo etched in the run out. Yeah. So it's a proper first edition Vertigo.
Dave, when you find a copy, I need one too. I would love to compare it to the German one.
Yeah, so the first British Vertigo, and you got with the spaceship label. And then it's got the Bilbo etched in the dead wax. So yeah, but it's just lovely. There you go. You can probably just about see that at the top there. There you go, Bilbo. See that in the light?
If you know it by now, Have you ever compared it to a German?
I haven't. No, and I Michael, it's something you must do, because
I really would love to. If you have a spare copy one day, I would love to do it. I can send it back to you.
I really like these phonodisc pressings. Basically, it was Philips. Philips pressings are wonderful, and phonodisc was essentially, you can always tell by the characteristics of the matrices of whether it's a phonodisc cut, and basically it's a Philips cut. So I'll be very Liam is totally correct. Bill Burry's, I love it. He obviously had a golden ear, because his cuts are generally superior to others. For being represses of earlier ones, but this was actually an album that he did the first press of, so it's quite nice.
I have another idea for the video. If somebody in the OBC buys this, and it would be, maybe you make a note in the order that I'm allowed to do a comparison video. If you do so, you get a free cleaning.
I like it.
Because I really want to compare it and make a video.
It's a great idea, Michael. I love that idea, actually.
Yeah, I hope the one who buys it loves it too.
And you can give them a shout out at the same time, can't you? As part of the.
Although I would never mention a name in a video. No, I wouldn't do that. If somebody buys it,
unless they wanted to, of course. So. But along with that, I got this as well, just because I wanted to buy it as a first British.
Never seen that record.
Look, but it was in. You know what I like? Michael, when I see a record, I know this is. It's not the rarest record in the world, but the good thing about it is, again, it's all about the cleanness. Look at this for a capital label. But also the real clincher. Let me just get that into focus. The real clincher with this one was when I took the disc out. Also, now I know there was a very early one that had these radioactive stickers. It doesn't have, but it has something else very rare, which is the insert in night edition.
I have two questions. One of them with Vinyl Dreamscapes, or is it in German or English language?
This is English language, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
Although, wait a second.
Hold on.
It's both. I think it's both.
Yeah, look. So, although this is a British pressing for definite, if you look at the back there, or this is quite good doing this discovery just on the fly, because we can just look at things. You see, so if you look at that, it has got German language on the back. But if you look,
because it's a radio, and of course that totally makes sense.
Look, it's got.
I think
at the bottom
Dave, I think both versions are the same.
It's got Garrett and Lofthouse Limited that did the jacket production. And then it says made and printed in Great Britain, just there. So, but I guess it's the same. And isn't this a copy, Michael, of the German inner sleeve? Is that correct?
All of my head, I would say it's correct. And that would be my second question.
Right.
Has there been some stickers with yellow stickers with
No, in
radioactive?
fact, you know, I've never seen those. I've never ever seen those.
Yeah, because
but
this is sometimes this is really rare when you find a copy with a complete sticker sheet.
Yeah, I've not, to be honest with you, I've never seen those. I've seen pictures, but I've never seen, and I think that'll be one of those things that if they turn up, it would be, you know, quite a lot of money to get it like that, you know.
Yeah.
And I think they only put those with the very initial copies, and then they just did the insert. But even finding one that in inserts, you know, normally you can't find that either. So it's quite nice that they have that. So yeah, so two lovely Kraftwerks there.
Yeah, wonderful. British Kraftwerk.
British.
You know, I'm always proud when I see that a Düsseldorf band got British pressings.
Right, it's island time. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about nice condition original island LPs. I'm going to start with no less than I've got 1, 2, 3 Jethro Tull.
Yes, right. and not the worst ones.
They're good ones as well. That's a bonus, isn't it? So look, this is a copy of This Was on original island.
Damn, beautiful.
Already look at the sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like, yeah, he's obviously not. This has obviously not been passed around at all. You can kind of tell by it. Still sounds. It's got that crinkly sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know where it's just not. It's just been sitting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just been bought. And yeah, the disc was. You know, again, sort of looking at these records when I got them, the discs themselves are also in really super condition.
Nice one.
Get the
yeah.
There we go. So as you can see, and I'll try and show, but as you can see there, there's not. It's like pristine condition. Yes. I don't use the term archive very often, but what I'll say now is all these islands I'm going to show, they're all the same like this. So they were all from this same 82-year-old guy who was a collector of 70s. You know, if he liked a band, he would be a completist, so he'd buy pretty much every record they did. And yeah, I was like, okay, so these Jethro Tulls are there. The King Crimson comes next, so this
Liam, listen. But before you do the King Crimson, Dave, before you do the King Crimson, do some classical.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Look at this for a stand-up. Yeah, the condition of the sleeve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. So we know how this sleeve goes.
Amazing. Right? Yeah, here we go.
But
no, I won't offer sleeving for this because this is a pain.
I mean, this is lovely. You know, yeah. I've seen loads of. Well, I say loads. It's quite a rare record, but not like this. I mean, I was sort of into. You know, it's lucky you catch me in a good mood because I was almost thinking maybe I should just keep these for myself because I probably won't see them like this again. But anyway.
You have to stick to the rule like I do, Dave. You have OBC days and you have private days.
But yeah, again, so I'll try and show you. But look at that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's just not. Yeah, I mean these are genuine. These are genuine near mint. Yeah, there's no mucking about. You know, they probably don't even. You know, when you get records like this, and I'm sure they would benefit maybe from a clean, but they're the kind of records you don't even need to. You can just get them as they are. It's
that's
really
true. That's true, Dave. But every record benefits a bit. The one more, one less, but every record benefits.
Every record will benefit from a clean. Like new records benefit from a clean. But it's just so nice to know that you're getting it like that. That it hasn't. You know, you can just tell it's been a one play, maybe two plays, and then just gone.
Yeah, so, but Dave, look, we're talking again 40 years here.
They're really old. I mean, look at this Aquila.
Yeah.
cover.
And it's so astonishing. You put a record away for, let's say, 10 months, and then you put it out of the shelf, and it has dust on it. It has dust on it, even if it's a sleeve.
This sleeve's creaking like it's a new sleeve. Yeah, it's like the gatefold has not been used. Yeah.
Wow.
And look at the inner.
Wonderful. Ah, that's special. That's special.
And then, yeah, I mean, it's just again, it's just same. It's just on Charisma. You can see that there's not a single, there's no marks or hairlines to be found. It's just, yeah. So there's the free Jethro Tull. So now I'm going to get into the King Crimson, which there's loads of. Although, unfortunately, and I'm really annoyed, there wasn't in the court of the Crimson King, but there was pretty much everything else. So someone might have got in there. So I mean, I think I was the first to get into these, but there wasn't the first album. But what I will show you, and these are lovely. So I've got, well, obviously Lizard here.
Nice.
And this is interesting, this one. So again, it's got a lovely pristine jacket.
The jacket of this record is wonderful, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
those medieval pictures, wonderful.
It's interesting. This one, the guy, who obviously owned it, took some paper cuttings. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And stuck them inside, and that's really cool. I like it sometimes.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Context.
That's wonderful.
I can't see a date on here, but they look like they're these look like they're reviews actually at the time.
Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah, King. If you read that,
Crimson reveals the classics. Okay.
Yeah.
The rivals the classics. Okay.
So yeah, these are obviously newspaper cuttings from the time, which is great. It's really, really cool, and again, it just gives you some context on it. And then obviously it's definitely a first edition there. Nice. And again, it doesn't look like it's had any use whatsoever.
He probably also had a decent equipment, right?
Maybe. Well, I think someone that was buying this much, and this sort of, literally buying each album by the band that they were into, and looked after them like this. I'd imagine they had some pretty professional equipment at the time during the 70s.
Dave, is it an island inner or generic?
Now that, to me, that one's not an island inner. I mean, it's just a made in England sleeve. I've seen various. I sometimes see islands that obviously do have like a pale blue inner or an island inner, and sometimes I see them with the made in England. I think they varied them. I mean, look, this is a good example. Here's another, absolutely classic, In the Wake of Poseidon. And again, this was a sleeve. This is one where the sleeve tends to get quite damaged. Yeah, because it's textured in finish. And
the texture is on the original too. I didn't know that. I have the reissue.
Yeah. Okay. So this has got it's quite a heavy texture on this actually.
Yeah.
Like almost like wallpaper. But as you can see, that's a very, very clean example of it.
Wonderful.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Now this one again, if we're looking at the inners, see this again has got a play. And look, this hasn't been swapped. It's just a generic made in England. Patent pending UK inner sleeve. But it's not been changed. This is the one that it would have come in from when it was purchased. So I don't think Ireland generally.
Liam says that he thinks Island regarding Lizard, the inner is generic.
Yeah. So again, this is again. Look, you can see condition wise is well.
Wait a second.
I don't really need to show the conditions of these. What I've shown, they're all like this. Okay.
Cool.
And this next one is nice. I love. I mean, this is a particularly cool, lark's tongue aspect here, but it's got the sticker on it, which I love. Look at the King Crimson sticker.
Yes, this one I have never ever seen an original of this one. Never.
And also again, this going with what Liam has been saying again. So look, it's got the made in Great Britain patent pending sleeve there, you see, and that again would have been the one that it came in. You know, that some of them obviously didn't. You know, it depends on what the album was. And there you go. Look at the condition of that. It's just
that's wonderful,
untouched.
How did we call it? A time machine condition.
I like that's a good. In fact, maybe I'll put that at the end in a little box.
Time machine.
Yeah. These are time machine copies. Yeah. And the problem is, this doesn't happen very often. I wish it did, Michael. I wish we did have the time machine. Maybe you can make one.
I'm at it. I'm right at it. But ChatGPT doesn't want to give me the formula.
Well, I'm keeping going because I can't just stop there. Look, red.
Oh, that's a rare
Look at
one.
the sleeve.
That's a rare one.
Look at that. Look at the sleeve. That's like you've just gone in the shop, yeah, and bought it. It's it's and again generic white. Again, Liam, see you're right. There we go. Made in Great Britain, plain white in the sleeve. So we're getting a bit of a picture here about how these came. And again, look at that. Untouched copy. There we go.
Nice.
I've still got two more.
Did you buy everything you could get from him, or is there?
I had. There was no choice, Michael.
Okay. Yeah. You had a first pick.
I did. Yeah, I got there and I was like, I have to just take all of these because when you see that much stuff all together.
You knew him for quite some time, or how did you come to this?
I spent a couple of hours going and just chatting, but look at this Starless and Bible again, textured sleeve, and again look at the edges of it, right, and how clean it is for an original. It's just like it's beautiful. And there's.
So if someone wants to have a complete King Crimson OG Near Mint collection, he can get it now, right?
This has got a custom in the sleeve. So this one was printed, look, King Crimson. But again, look at the condition of that for the original inner. Nice. It's again, it's just beautiful. And again, the record itself. We got the label, and it's Well, I need to stop doing this because there's no point in showing these surfaces because they're all pristine.
Dave, when was the last time you saw an almost complete King Crimson? You haven't yet.
First time.
Okay.
To see them all together like this, all kept nice. You know, and it's all about that. And I go back to what we said at the start. It's provenance, isn't it? Because once you see a few like that and everything else turns up like that, earthbound.
Yeah.
And again, this is slightly later, but still, look at that for a black sleeve.
Exactly. How old is this record, Dave?
Defined, yeah.
How old is this record, Dave?
I think this must be a slightly later 70s one. When was this put out? Actually, no, it's not. Oh, it says 1972 on the back.
So we are talking 50 years here, 51 years, 52 years. Imagine
this
that.
One does have
half a century.
This one's got a black inner, but again, this would be it's a generic black, but this would have been the one that would have been issued, and it's got the made in Great Britain in the corner. A little bit similar to the sleeve that you would get an original Dark Side of the Moon in, actually, with the code, and it's got that black. Hold on, just show the label. This label. So Earthbound. There you go. Yeah, look, EG Music 1972.
Nice. Cool.
So yeah, it's lovely. And there you go. So that's like quite a lot of King Crimson, really, isn't it?
Yeah, why not? Hey, come on, it's a popular band, right?
A bit of an island fest we're having. I bet Liam's got to be loving this. I haven't even been able to have a look in the chat, but I bet Liam's having a field day here. But there's more to go. So let me show you some others that I found. This is an album that I know Blodwyn Pig, A Head Rings Out.
Okay.
And again, it's an album that you don't. Again, it's very difficult to find in nice condition. It's one of these early islands that is just a real nightmare to find clean.
Okay.
And this has got the lovely you'll recognise. You know, I love this label. Again, it's got a generic white inner there.
Okay, this is a different label from Island. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, this is an earlier one. This would be 1969, I think. This album. So it's it's the earlier label. You can see there, 1969. The very first label is the one with you see the bullseye at the side with the red and black, and this is the one that they used just after that. So, but again, look at this look, that's pure archive, right? Yeah, Liam, the bullseye. So, but you know, you don't see a Blodwyn Pig album from 1969 in this condition like this. It's new, essentially. So it was this man obviously really looked after his records, you know, and that's a nice thing to see.
Yeah, it so is, Dave. It so is.
And they're just lovely to look at as well. So there's a few more. I'll show you. There was a Roxy Music. I'll just show these a little bit quicker. Just some other sort of stragglers, I'll call. But there was a Roxy Music Stranded in there.
Yes.
Which is a great album. You know, I'm quite talking about sort of band. I've been listening to a lot more Roxy Music recently. And that's probably due to the OBC. I put it down to the OBC for that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. It's not torture to listen to Roxy Music. They had made some really great album, right?
Do you know what it is, Michael? It's just a band that maybe I didn't appreciate
in the time.
Yeah, but now I listen a lot more, and I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, I
same here, Dave. Roxy Music, I would never ever listen in the time, but now I say, wow, cool.
So again, look at that. That again, it's just archive copy. Yeah. I think there's a few excited people out there looking at these now. So yeah. Oh, so there's some other.
Yes. One second. Yes. Everybody in the OBC can invite a friend to the OBC. Everybody can do that. He just can join if he's a friend of yours, Novice Nick, of course, no doubt.
So there's I'll show you. There's just some other interesting. So I because there was all the King Crimson, he was obviously into Robert Fripp and with the Roxy Music with Brian Eno. So there were some of these other albums. So you've got like sort of Robert Fripp, God Save the Queen. Yeah, that was in there. And again, that was an original. It's got the original inner sleeve there.
Nice.
As well. And that's on EG. So yeah, I mean it's you'll be familiar with this label. And there we go. So again, he was obviously a big, and there's some of the crossovers. So I've got just put that one away, and I'll show you there's a couple more Brian Eno records and another Robert Fripp as well.
Question on my side, Dave. Question just comes to my mind. You know what we haven't seen on the OBC from you, and I want to know why.
Go on.
Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
Oh, Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. Do you want to see some Emerson, Lake, and Palmer?
I would love to see some Emerson, Lake. Are they difficult to get, or?
No, they're not. But they may be. I did actually do. I do remember now. I'm pretty sure.
Was there a Tarkus from you? Maybe.
Yeah. There was something in the live. I had a sealed copy, which I did. But you know. I don't. It's not that I don't buy them. I occasionally see them. I'd have to. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just not. Maybe I should get some because it's not something that's been massively on my radar.
Yeah, let's try those because this is an amazing band in a way, right?
Yeah. This was nice. There's another. So this is another Eno. Brian Eno there, which again I picked up.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know that. I don't know this one.
Well, no, nor do I. But I just picked up because again, it had an insert. And, you know, when I see that it's got the correct insert and everything, and it just looks nice. And because I was taking all those others, I was just thinking I've got to take that as well. Because he also had something that's much more well known is Eno, Here Come the Warm Jets.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
so this is something that's more familiar. Now, this, interestingly, this cover does show a little bit of wear on it, but again, I just had to, I just took it because I thought I better take all the Brian Eno.
Yes, of course. And if the record is in this condition, I love that. Oh, this is an amazing record. Yeah, that's a wonderful record. Yeah.
We've got King Crimson, we've got Roxy Music, we've got Robert Fripp, we've got Brian Eno. So it's kind of
especially side one is unbelievable on this record.
Yeah. And see again, that's definitely got the original inner sleeve. So there we go. That's a black inner. It doesn't have, this is definitely the how it would have come, but it doesn't have the pink eye on it. But it's just a plain black sleeve, and there's the label. So yeah. It's like it hasn't been taken out of the sleeve.
But that's so important. I have a German first mint pressing, and before I had a VG pressing, and clicks and pops on this record ruins it.
Oh really?
Yeah, of course. Hey, it's a very calm, silent, quiet record. You need it in a very good condition. Otherwise,
the condition is vital with those. When you get to more of the sort of ambient styles, where it's more sort of sound textures, any background or ticks is quite disturbing, really, isn't it? So
in this case, yes. When you have a Queen, hey, come on, it's. But with those records, yeah. Here we go.
Black.
Oops. Oh, wait. I fumbled. Wait. I muted you instead of making yours. Never heard of it.
So this is not. So don't get too excited. I mean, well, in fact, no. Do get excited.
Yeah.
It's not the Philips record product version.
Okay.
But it's the one straight afterwards, and it came from this guy. So look, if you look at the condition of it. Oh dear, right? So the condition on this, look at that. Ouch.
Yeah. Which pressing are we?
This would be the second one.
The second.
So it doesn't have the Philips product at the bottom, but it's the large spiral, the large swirl. Yeah, let me show you there.
Okay, let's talk a bit for a while because the condition is amazing.
Look at that.
Is
this
the
Philips this guy, right?
Dave, is the Philips only a collector's thing?
Well, look, at the end of the day, it's a bit of text on the label, okay? So this is still, this is the same metalwork, right? But
how much later do we talk here?
The same year. Yeah, same year. It came out. That was a change very early on. Like it would have been done literally in 1970. It's the same. They even call it. It's just, there's a lot. You can debate what's the first pressing, but a small textual change. I mean, to be honest with you, an album like this, if you get a pristine archive copy like this, I'm not too bothered about not having that little bit of Philips text at the bottom because,
Okay, let's put it this way: finding a Philips, the very first one in this condition.
Well, I've had two, right? But they're also very, very expensive. They're over 1,000, right? For a Philips,
but in this condition, it would be more than over 1,000. Right?
Oh yeah, like this. I mean, look, look at that Vertigo sleeve?
Yeah,
it's like, you don't see Vertigo sleeves like that, and that's from the original.
True.
I mean, it's got the date on there. Hold on, let's have a look. Yeah, it's set. Look, even the date on the sleeve is set. Look, here we go. That's 70. Hold on, let me try. There we are. See that?
Yes.
0970. So you can pin that to the exact month.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Freddie, I think Freddie was. I think that was a me from Freddie. That was a me from Freddie.
Michael, I think that one's even got you a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I've also got Paranoid.
Freddie, lass mal, wir haben ja ein bisschen. Sorry,
So this Paranoid, it's not the Big Bear, right?
Yeah.
But again, look at that.
Look at
Now
it.
this is a laminated one. So, but look at the condition of that sleeve for a laminated sleeve. You know, I've not done anything at all with this. This is just how it is. Look at that.
Wow.
I can hear the laminate
Yeah.
on the spine as I don't even want to open it because it's just sat like that for since the early 70s. Yeah. And again, I'll show you the inner on this one. Now, again, this is not the first pressing. Yeah, it's a
not the management credit, right?
But yeah, no Big Bear management credit. But again, look at that inner.
Yeah.
Right. So that is beautiful. And it's the smaller swirl label. I'll just show you the label as well. But again, it's archival quality, this one. Because that guy, this is how he kept his records. There we go. Nice. But there's even a bit of, you can see a little bit of fragment of vinyl at the spindle hole there. It's like, I doubt, I mean, to be honest with you, to me, this looks like it's not even been played.
Wow.
And there you go. Okay.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Damn, I'm speechless.
Okay. So these records like this don't come around very often, do they? That's the thing. And that's why I've been busy this weekend. So, and yeah. I love it
we wouldn't mind when you are busy every weekend like this.
Yeah, I should be doing that every weekend, shouldn't I? But then again, I could do this every weekend and this wouldn't happen. You know, this is just it's very fortunate, you know.
Yes.
So
yeah, that's why I asked you about the King Crimson. How often have you seen as a dealer an almost complete King Crimson first pressings in this condition? And the answer was quite obvious. Never. Yeah.
There was a bit of this. So I bought some other records. Not this is from another guy, but just to show some other things, just to mix it up a little.
Yes.
Because I was thinking,
we have to calm down now. Exactly.
We have to calm down. We can't just keep going because it gets a bit too intense. I think looking at such pristine copies of beautiful records, you know, records that we all want in that condition, you know. So we have to go like this now a little bit. But I thought I'd choke because I don't do much punk, so I'm going to show some punk because I managed to get a nice little batch of some interesting.
Oh, you will love this week. Let me make a little announcement here amongst us. Tomorrow evening, I will meet with Günther, and we go through his punk 7-inches.
I bet he's got some super rare punk 7s, hasn't he?
And on Wednesday, we will do the punk live stream with the 7-inches. And what I will do 5, 6, 7 videos where I make a video about, and we play the punk in 7-inches. And after the stream, I will put up the videos so that you can listen to them.
That sounds like good fun.
Yeah, that will be fun. Yeah,
so yeah. I'll do a little precursor to that. Just
okay, cool.
I don't, you know, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge punk buyer. You know, I like certain things, but it's not something I'm going out there massively searching for. But sometimes stuff crosses my path, and I thought this was quite nice. Now, I'm aware this isn't a very first edition, but
that's true, Daniel. Very, very good observation. Today you are really. I have never been. It has never been so difficult for me to interrupt you. Or today you are really on fire, Dave. I love it.
Yeah, did you see? We've been going for like nearly 50 minutes, and that was my first sip of beer because it's all a bit too much.
Usually you're on the 3rd bottle right now.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Oh, yeah. I think even we're all a bit like, oh, right, okay. Look, the Misfits walk among us.
Nice one.
Now I know the Misfits are quite, they've got quite a big reputation, So, and I saw this, and it's not, it's not something. I was when I was younger, quite into this sort of American skate thrash scene. There were some really good bands about, but I know the Misfits were one of the very early originators of that scene. And
damn, Dave, that guy on the back really looks angry. Have you seen him?
Look at that. Yeah, look.
He looks angry. God damn it.
He's seen my island collection.
You see, or he got thrown out of the OBC.
So, and yeah, I just, I was thinking the Misfits. Yeah, I want, and again, it's always something that gets me. But I do love look, this is the original inner sleeve. Yeah, and look at that; it's in really nice condition. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so look, that's in fact, hold on. Yeah, so that's the original inner sleeve. So it's obviously been re-sleeved, but it's obviously been kept outside of the sleeve. Yeah, so quite nice actually. Quite a nice record. This. I'm quite looking forward to having a listen to this because I know it's their first album, but this is a slightly later edition of it. But I want to give it.
Liam, excuse me, Dave, 1 second. For this week, just look every day because every day there will be new records. Maybe not on Monday, but from then on, every day new records, and Dave will put them up too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite a busy week, isn't it?
Yeah.
This week.
Summertime is over, Dave. Work starts now again.
Yes, it's true. It's true. It's September. So another band. I'll just show these quickly. Subhumans.
Never heard of them.
The Day the Country Died. I've got 3, and again, I quite like the covers on them. Subhumans. Time Flies.
Yeah.
So again, I need to have a good listen to these. And I've got another one here. Worlds Apart. Subhumans as well.
Dave, I love this because, of course, King Crimson and Black Sabbath, of course, it's exciting, but also this curating stuff and seeing. I love it. I really, and I think we should do this no matter what. And I try my best to do this too with the help of Günther, and I'm sure Thomas will do this too. For example, the yesterday I bought an amazing record. From a Düsseldorf guy,
Oh, really? What did you get?
You know Tommy Stumpf?
Tommy Stumpf? I don't. Tell me.
It's look it up. It's amazing. Look it up. Tommy Stumpf. I write it in the chat.
Yeah, go on. I'll check that out. What else?
I'm sure you will like it.
The Stranglers.
Yes.
2 Stranglers, including just so I grab these because the Stranglers again are a great band, and this copy here of the Raven, it's got the band inner sleeve, so that with the Australia on this side, it's banned, so they had to change it. And whenever I see one of those, I grab it, and it's nice. Again, condition is lovely on it. So the same guy that I got that punk off, I bought these Stranglers albums from.
Cool.
So. Yeah, both in lovely, and that that's obviously a classic Stranglers album. There you go, Stranglers 4, Rattus Norvegicus. So yeah, again with the original inner sleeve as well. So they'll definitely be going in the shop this week. Those 2.
Cool.
Yeah. Let me see. Have I got anything else to show? Oh yes, I do. God, they keep Michael. There's a few more to go, which will take us to the hour. Right. Joy Division Closer.
Never heard of it. Damn it. Cool.
But again, see, it's all about sleeve condition. Look at that. Because this is an example of a record that, the sleeve gets always, I see this. Always. And it has ring wear with a sort of dark ring wear mark on the back.
Yes.
With this one, I went, oh, look at that. Lovely.
Is it a red translucent?
Look at this. There.
Damn it. Wow. Looks like a new
clean
one.
inner.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I was just as you can see, I've gone to town a little bit.
Dave has got. Are we talking a red translucent?
No, it's not.
No.
So
Okay.
obviously the red translucent is the most desirable, but this is not the Transco red.
I have the red. I have the red translucent.
Have you got a nice pristine one of those? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not so convinced sound-wise nowadays. I really have to when my new turntable is played in, I will do another comparison with the red translucent and the black one.
That's a very good idea because there's also the limb tone pressing, and I've had that before and I've listened to it. And I'll tell you something, it's the sound quality on the limb tone, and it just came out a little bit afterwards, is excellent. And it'd be interesting to do that comparison between the Tranco compound they use gave that translucency, the dark red. You know, it's the same with the Elton Johns, right? But they do sound good. I mean, in fact, just to let people know, I've got 3 original Tranco red translucent Elton Johns going into the shop this week, right? And I know everybody wants those, and you know, but it'll be interesting for you, Michael, just to do a shootout on that, just so we can sort of. I've never done it, so I can't say, but you know, you put them on and they do sound great, but maybe let's compare it with a couple of those other early pressings, yeah?
Yes.
The Cure, Pornography. Again, a nice original copy, yeah? Lovely, it's got the original inner sleeve. Again, a really cool Cure album. There we go.
Nice.
So that. Yeah, so you see lots of variation, lots of different stuff, yeah?
Cool.
Oh, something else here which is rather nice. Look. No Elton. You know, Liam, I'm not going to get into the conversation about Elton John, yeah. You know, everybody likes what they like, yeah, and I'm cool, and I always want to find the best records of those, you know, of all artists. So, you know, and Elton, you know, I think Elton could be a bit Marmite for some people, you know. You either love him or you hate him. You know, the thing is, he grew up in Pinner. That's where he originated from, and that was an area I lived in basically when I was young. So I'm not going to say a bad word against him. Yeah, if you can find it out between you. Yeah, I'm going to remain impartial. Yeah.
Oh wait, novice Nick, I wrote the access code again in the gallery. Oh.
Ogden's Nut Gone Flake, but a really nice, again, you know, I've only ever had one of these. You know,
we had one of those. I remember exactly. Yeah.
The problem with this is it falls apart. You know, this sleeve won awards for its design, but the problem is because of the way the joins are, they tended to get, you know, ripped. So it always comes, you know, sort of falling apart. But this is a really nice example of the sleeve, and it's the original light lilac mono label there. Now this does have, I noticed it had a few hairlines on it when I purchased it, but the thing is, you know, it's such a rare record, and for me, when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, there's some hairlines, but I can see that will play nice. So I'm going to give this one a good listen to see what it's like. I'd probably grade it in EX, but it's just such an important album that when I see one where the sleeve is also nice, I just have to buy it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, the original 1968 immediate
so
mono.
The key for this record is the sleeve, if I understand you correctly.
The sleeve is everything. When you get a sleeve that isn't falling apart like this one, and it's this nice example, then you know, it's kind of good to find them like that, because normally you find it where each circle's separated and you have to sort of flick through them and they're not joined. So this sort of all folds out, but I'll do some nice pictures of that anyway, because it's an absolute classic. Classic album. I've got a couple more to show. There's some final things that I got. I got another lovely copy of Pink Floyd, Obscured by Clouds. Yeah, with the original die cut. I actually put one of these in the shop previously, and this came off that. This was again the same collection as the Island LPs. But look at that sleeve, because this sleeve always gets battered, but this one has been super looked after. And again, when I took the inner sleeve out, I was like, okay, we know where we're at with this. Look, the original Harvest EMI inner.
Damn, I love it when they have those originals inners. I really do.
Particularly the Harvest one, because you've got such classic albums on there. You know, you got Syd Barrett. You got I love the Quatermass one right here at the top. Is brilliant. You know, so yeah, no, it's just really, really super.
Yeah, not a single record on this inner sleeve that is not worth collecting, right? Uma Guma.
No, well, you know, Harvest was a great, you know, Deep Purple, you know, and again, if you look at that, it's a really, really nice, clean copy. There we go.
Jawohl.
Look at that.
That's how it should look.
Yeah, it is. Just totally pretty. You know, again, that's the the same collection as the Island and you know, the Island LPs. You can see there. And that is just when I saw that and I go, right, there we go. There's a beautiful Obscured by Clouds. And finally, just one to finish off with. And again, this wasn't from this collection, but it's just an album that I love. It's the Soft Machine. Yeah, this one doesn't have the wheel, but look, it's the Soft Machine here.
Wow.
First, the one, and this is the one on ABC Probe. And I'll show you the label. There we go. Such a classic album, this one.
Yes,
I love it. I love
Soft
it.
Machine is amazing.
I was fortunate to see them. I was actually, when I bought this, I actually had a chat with the guy because I said to him I was fortunate enough to see them about 10 years ago. They played they played at the Jazz Cafe in Camden, and it's the same place that I saw Noy as well when they came over. And you know, it's still lucky that you can, even though not in their totally original format, you can still get to see some of these, you know, bands, like great bands like this, you know. And the Soft Machine, they played one of the tracks off Volume 3, which is amazing. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. That's the last one I'm going to show. Yeah, we've hit
Dave on fire.
There we are. I need to have I need to drink because it's
drink as
very
much
emotional.
as you deserved it, Dave. That was amazing. That was amazing.
So yeah, busy weekend, and you can see that's the result.
And Dave, you know what I like? We know each other now almost for a year, and I can see that you are a little bit proud, and that's totally okay. You can be amazing.
Yeah, I say it's not often, but sometimes even I might raise an eyebrow when I see things, and maybe today's an example of that. Yeah.
Wonderful, Dave.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Guys, look. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and watching, because, you know, it's lovely to look at records like that. Just everything, yeah?
You know, that's the beauty of it, too. It's not only about the buying and having it, of course, that's amazing, but that you show us this stuff and that we can discuss the stuff. That's really, really cool.
You could become known as the Island Stream, that one, with all those records.
That one was the Island. I have to rename.
There's so many Island records shown in one hit. It's brilliant.
Okay, Dave. Thank you very much. Can't wait for next Sunday.
Yeah, cool.
And we have an exciting week about.
We do. Exciting week ahead.
Thanks you all for joining.
Glad to share it all with you. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.